What's going on, guys? Orms Form coming at you with another video. In today's video, we have some bad news. Detroit Lions wide receiver has been suspended 2 games for a banned substance per NFL. ESPN kind of coming out saying that it hasn't quite been official yet because I think they're still looking into it. The NFL has added like at least 200 more ingredients that an NFL player cannot consume into their body. And I think they're looking more into it. So maybe the suspension doesn't happen or it gets knocked down to 1 game. I don't know, but it really hasn't been official yet, according to ESPN. That's what I read. So someone else has got a different view on it. Let me know. I'm just going by what ESPN said. So this is the thing, and I'll get down to the Jamo stuff. But let's talk about what apparently it wasn't a PED, a performance enhancing drug. It was a PES, a performance enhancing substance. It's different, but it's the same. The drug's a drug. The substance is like some type of liquid or a powder that he took. Rumor has it that it was creatine. If you don't know what creatine is, it is a drug that you use to fuel your muscles, to give you a little bit of a pump. It's a pre-workout. Believe it or not, your boy took it a long time. Has taken it for years when he was like seriously into the gym. I actually have some at home. Before I ripped my shoulder apart, I was taking it. It's good stuff. You know, it's good for you. It's healthy for you. It's not bad for your body. Why it's banned, I don't know, because it does give you a little bit of a lift, but it's an energy thing. It's an energy substance that fuels your muscles pretty much. Look into it. It's amino acid, all that stuff. I'm not going to sit here and try to explain to you because I really don't know how to explain it to you. But bottom line, that's really what it is. It fuels your muscles, gives you energy, gives you a little bit of a pump. That's what it does. So that's what it kind of falls into, a PES. So a PES is really not banned from the NFL apparently, but some of it can go into that PED category. It's confusing. So this particular substance, not drug, I don't want to say drug, substance that he took falls under a 2-game suspension, okay? So that it's a stimulant, a diuretic, or a masking agent, okay? So that's why it's a 2-gamer and not a anabolic agent, which is steroids. It's not that, and that'd be a 6-gamer. And then if it's both, being the stimulant, the diuretic, the masking agent, and the steroid, it would be an 8-gamer. But Jamo is apparently only getting a 2-gamer. Okay? So that's why it's not as serious, but it's still serious in a way because you're kind of messing up the vibe of the team. So, like I said, man, it's PS kinds of stimulants, diuretics, banned, pre-workouts, Adderall, Ritalin, ADHD meds, that's all kind of banned. I think if you're taking like ADHD meds, you're taking stuff like that, you have to put in some kind of form. That's a rumor too, that he didn't hand in some certain type of form because apparently he takes ADHD meds. I did not know this. And apparently he forgot. It's just a rumor, so I don't really know. My guess is that it was creatine. That's what I'm kind of going with, but we'll find out more. Hopefully we'll find out more. And apparently he's not appealing it. That's the rumor going around. So I don't know. There's quotes out there. Williams quote: "No choice but to take it on the chin. I'm in good spirits, just ready to get back with my brothers ASAP, as soon as possible." Then Campbell chiming in, going, "All I can tell you is we're prepared to not have him. We'll be fine." Amon-Ra St. Brown, Laporta, Tim Patrick, Raymond, among others, would be ready to replace the third-year wideout. So I'm not concerned about the offense. I'm not. But it is a little bit of an issue. So let me just talk about the policy. It is designed to prohibit and prevent the use of anabolic and androgenic steroids, including exogenous testosterone, stimulants, human or animal growth hormones, whether natural or synthetic, and related or similar substances. Random drug tests happen in the NFL a lot. You can get up to 24 blood or urine tests per year. That's for one guy. That can happen. Test positive, you're getting disciplined. You refuse, you're in violation, and you're getting disciplined. So that was another rumor that he apparently refused a test, and it came out to just 2 games. So I don't know if that's true either. I don't know. So Williams tested positive for a banned substance, looks like it falls under the category of stimulant, diuretic, or masking agent, like I said, or he didn't cooperate with the request to test, like I just said. So this is just another example, and I want to say it right off the bat, I am a Jamo fan. Love the kid. I liked the pick. I wasn't ecstatic over the pick. I knew we got ourselves a baller back, 2-3 years ago. I knew that. I knew it was going to be probably a year. Obviously, I never even expected him to play in year 1, and he did. I think he never should have. Year 2, I expected him to kind of, be a little bit better. It was kind of disastrous, obviously, with his drops and just not getting on page with Goff. Year 3, we saw it all through camp. He was looking like a boss, looking great, making acrobatic catches, running by guys, not dropping a lot of passes, dropping some passes, but not dropping a lot of passes, but just looked the part. Looked much better than he did prior. Okay, then year 3, he comes in. He has 17 catches, 361 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and a 21.2 yards per catch in 6 games. It kind of comes out to, if we go by that, around 50 catches, 1,000 to 1,100 yards, and 8 to 10 touchdowns. That's what you're kind of looking at. If you want to go by that projection, anything could happen. It could be completely different. 24 games, he's had 42 catches, 756 yards, 18 yards per catch, and 6 touchdowns. That's kind of been his average for 24 games, 3-year span. Now, this is just an example of this guy. Okay, him coming in, hurt, we knew it. We should have waited on it. A lot of guys were a little bit impatient with him. There's people running their mouths about this kid. Oh man, he's too ghetto. He's this, man. He just cares about hanging out with his boys. He doesn't like football. Look at his hair. Look at the way he talks. It was ridiculous the way some Detroit Lions fans treated this kid. I thought it was really bad. Second year, people on him again, blah, 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 blah. I think a lot of it comes just being a first round pick and just not being on the field. And then now, year 3, people loved him. People loved him. He's had a couple really nice games, a couple big games, and he's had a couple really not big games. But this is what Jamo is. He's not a gadget guy. He's not some type of trinket. He's not one of those players where he's just a trick play guy. He is a legitimate, I think, wide receiver too. Is he a wide receiver 1 in the NFL? I don't think so. Could he be with another team? I don't know. And I'm also not coming on here saying we need to trade him, because we don't. I don't want that either. So let's get that out of the way as well. But I do have issues with what's going on here. But what he is, he's electric with the football. He catches the ball. I think he's a threat to score every single time, because his speed is something that can't be taught. So I know a lot of people, there's a lot of YouTubers out there and just a lot of fans that hate hearing the word that, when he's not catching a ball, what he does well is he blocks, he opens up the field, he opens up the middle, he helps out guys like Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Khalif, whoever. And he does that. I know there's a lot of people that don't like to hear that stuff. They want to hear him just scoring touchdowns, being big catches. I get that. We all do. We all want that. But he's a tremendous blocker, and he brings an element to this football team that doesn't exist with anybody else. I think we're going to be okay. We're only going to miss him for 2 games, maybe hopefully 0-1. But Tennessee, okay, whatever. I think we can handle Tennessee. But that Green Bay game is huge, and we're not going to have him at the moment, which really, really sucks. I think it really, really sucks for this team. Can we win? Absolutely, but let's just handle Tennessee first. But he brings an element that doesn't exist with guys like Khalif Raymond, who's had a couple 2 nice games in a row. Khalif and Tim Patrick, who I think is doing exactly what Josh Reynolds was doing. Those guys don't have that element to their game. So this is big. And I think this is bigger than what people want to project it as, because this just shows that he is extremely ignorant. And it's just the NFL. Okay, listen, if you're taking creatine, you're taking stuff outside of the facility, I don't care. And I don't think I really don't think your team cares what you do. You can't tell people not to buy stuff outside the facility. These guys got all kinds of money. They can buy what they want, right? But there's a list of banned substances in the NFL. I know they added apparently 200 more this year. For what reason? I don't know, man. Chemicals and bodybuilding and stuff and workout stuff is crazy nowadays. Walk into a nutrition store, and I swear to God, I've been going into nutrition stores for 30 plus years. And back in the day, it was literally the size of a closet. You would walk in, you see one thing you see some things on a wall, and that's it. Now you walk in, it's like a damn grocery store. It's ludicrous. It's preposterous, actually. It's there's everything in these nutrition stores now. Everything for every single thing that you need. So, but as an NFL player or a professional athlete, you're getting the list. You're getting the list. So this just falls under the category of being lazy, ignorant, and I don't want to call this kid stupid because I don't think he's stupid, but he doesn't think. You have to think as an NFL player. This is twice now that he does not know the rules. You can talk about the gambling. It was a stupid rule and a stupid penalty, but it's a rule. But it is a rule. And people are just like, oh man, you can't be hard on him. What do you mean you can't be hard on him? Has to be better. And then this one too, I get it, man. If you go to a store, you're grabbing maybe a creatine drink before you go lift some weights. I get it. Grab that drink. If you don't think it's legit, take a picture of it, send it to someone, text some. It's 2024. It's not 1957. Okay? You don't have to send out a pigeon and wait for that pigeon to come back a week later. We got phones, cameras, take a picture, send it to your union rep in the NFL. Send it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. The workout warrior. His dad was Mr. Universe twice. He knows all about, that guy probably has in his mind, the back of his head, every substance that he can't take. Send it to Hutch. Send it to somebody. It's a lazy, ignorant way of going about things, man. I get it. It's so minor. It's such a minor thing that he did. He's not out there beating up women. He's not out there getting in bar fights, doing lines of blow. He's not doing that stuff. He's not doing that garbage. And that's what gets me. That's what gets me more. That's what hurts more. Because it's such a minor thing that he's letting it get, not only hurting himself, he's hurting himself in the process, but he's hurting his teammates. Whether Dan Campbell or anybody Amon-Ra comes out and says, we got their back, of course they do. You got to have their back, but it's hurting the team. That hurts them. And I don't think we're going to completely fall apart, but not having him against Tennessee and Green Bay does hurt, especially Green Bay. It really does. Hopefully this comes about and it was an accident and they kind of let this go by. Maybe they knock it down to 1-0. I don't know. But he needs to be smarter. He has to know the rules. And they give you the option. You got people on Facebook going, well, do you know the rules? Why would I know the rules? I don't play in the NFL. Why would I have to know the rules of not to put in my body? I don't play in the NFL. It's not up to me to know that. And if I did play in the NFL, I tell you right now, I would know. But there's guys out there that know and don't give a shit, or there's guys that just go with the flow and just don't care. And I don't know which one he is. I don't know. But this is twice with the rules. Twice. Gambling and now this. At least it's not a drug. You know what I mean? It's not steroids. Just be happy that it's a PES, but it's still a problem and it's still a two-gamer. He has to be, it's all up here with that kid. All up here. We know he has talent. We know he does. And even with the ball not in his hands, he brings a whole other element to the football game and this offense. And we're not going to have it for 2 games now. It's stupidity. It is. And I'm not calling him stupid. The whole thing is stupidity. I think the action, and we can sit here and talk about, well, look, creatine. You know what I mean? Come on, man, creatine. Because there's types of creatine that are not banned and types that are. So obviously he took one that is banned. But the NFL just adding more and more ingredients. I get it. It's silly, but you have to know, man. This is your livelihood. This is twice now, bro. Twice. We don't need that, man. All we want as this kid is to succeed here. All I do is like just smash my chest for this kid, bang the table for him. I do, but this bugs the living shit out of me. Stuff like this, and it should every Lions fan. There's going to be somebody coming in here probably going, Mark, man, you're out of control. This is ridiculous. Like, well, come on, man. It's creatine. I know it's creatine, but it's a rule. It's still a rule. It doesn't matter if it's Kool-Aid. It doesn't matter if it's corn on the cob. If it's illegal, it's illegal. Smarten up. You have to smarten up. It just really bothersome, man. It does bug me. It really does bug me, and it should bug every Lions fan. It really should. People going out there saying, "Hey, man, like Jamo's getting paid," and like, what do you mean Jamo's getting paid? This guy's, he's a hell of an athlete, hell of a talent, but he's not helping himself in the cause into staying around. Even how petty this thing is, this organization won't tolerate this garbage. They won't. They won't. Even if it's just so minor like this. And I'm not sitting here saying trade him. I'm not. I don't want him traded. But I'm also not a complete homer to where I think that there's a possibility that he couldn't be traded. And I don't think it's happening this year because I think it would be downright silly to do something like that. Because they need him in this offense. They need him. He's here for the next couple years, in my opinion. He's going to be here for a little bit. But it just bothers him, man. It's a guy that I think was starting to get on the right track. And then I don't think it's not going to derail this football team. It's not going to derail him. But it's just, man, be smarter, Jamo. Be smarter. I've talked about this way too long. Going on 18 minutes. I just really had to get it out, man, because there's people on the internet that just don't care. They just were like, it doesn't matter. Woodward Sports, man. Guys like Neil Rule, it don't matter. It does matter. You know, it really does matter because it is a legitimate thing. Like he is a big threat on the football field. He is. Khalif Raymond and Tim Patrick are not him. So it is kind of a big deal. Will the team prevail? I think they honestly will. I really do. But don't sit there and tell me it doesn't matter when it actually does. Because he's a starter. He's electric. He's all the above. He's everything you want in a wide receiver, pretty much. He does everything you want. Is he a target hound though? No. That's because we got a bunch of other guys too, as well. But electric with the football in his hands. So don't tell me that it doesn't matter. Because it does matter. It really does. But that's it, guys. I'm done ranting. I'm sweating my face off. It's so hot. Wow. But hey, man. Thanks for coming to the video, checking it out, man. I really appreciate you guys coming in. You need to be smarter, man. Jamo. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right. Don't forget to notification bell up top. Don't forget to like, comment, share this out. What do you guys think? Jamo suspended 2 games. Hopefully it gets knocked down to 1. Hopefully it gets knocked down to 0. But I have a feeling it's going to be at least 1 or 2. It's 2 as of right now. So thanks a lot, guys. Detroit Lions, grit. Detroit versus everybody. Let's go. Boom.